Okay, looks like we're up and running again. Okay, so, right, welcome back, unless you're watching the VOD, in which case it's just a regular welcome. So, right. I just knocked my earbud out. Right, I just finished Mario Wonder. Mostly. I didn't get the last flagpole because, you know, sometimes the devs like to pull a cruel trick on you. But, you know, I am otherwise done, and I want something, much lower stakes, so, we're doing this tonight. We're gonna be picking Pokemon favorites. This is the, ultimate favorite Pokemon picker. Let's see, that's, CajunAvenger.github.io, in case you're wondering. And yeah, I figure I am just gonna go through this whole thing, and we're just gonna figure out what Pokemon I like. So yeah, there's also this down there. Oh, and actually I can export this if I want to. So right, there is a way to save this. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things down here. I feel like some of these I should do ahead of time. Like, favorite Spinda. I don't really have a favorite Spinda, so bam. That's done already. We've already made a choice. And, favorite Pokeball? That doesn't have much relevance to everything else. I don't know, I've kind of just liked the Ultra Ball. It's just a nice design. I know I should use other Pokeballs a little more often, but, don't remember what most of them are off the top of my head. I'm just gonna say Ultra. Alright, this one I don't know this one too well either. I think this one's pretty. I think this one. Favorite Alchemy. Oh god, yeah, they have their decorations too. Mint with a little purple accent. What's this? Okay, that's just big list of new evolutions. We'll figure those out later. Favorite Paradox, Ultra Beast. Okay, so yeah. We basically just got this huge list. You figure out what your favorites are. Can I, Yeah, I clicked that, but I think it doesn't let you choose team until, you actually have your favorites. So, right, I think we'll start with Gen 1, since it is Gen 1, but I actually kind of want to do Gen 9 before the end, because, you know, I'm choosing this big list and going through it. Admittedly, I don't know a lot of the Gen 9 Pokemon super well. I've not played Scarlet Violet myself. I've at least seen the Pokemon, so I'm kind of familiar with them. But yeah, therefore I don't really want to end on Gen 9, you know? Because I feel like it'd be a bit of a bummer for the last one to be, hey, I know nothing about these guys. Gen 8, though, yeah, I'm good. I'm good with Gen 8. Hello, Longmeowth. Alright, anyway. Yeah, we'll start with Gen 1 at least, since it is the original. So, yeah, we'll just look at all these little guys and think, yeah, alright, which one of these is my favorite? Also, I'm not going to choose, Dark Steeler Fairy for Gen 1. It does give you options. Oh, those are broken. But, you know, technically speaking, those didn't exist in Gen 1, so, you know. Oh, there they go, they're fixed. Alright, so let's see. Favorite starter. I'm gonna treat this as, just the starters, and also just these. I'm not gonna count the Let's Go ones. So easily, Squirtle takes that one. Do I like the later forms of Squirtle more? Maybe. That is to be determined later. Alright, so who do I like for a normal type? I mean, I am kind of tempted to say Eevee, you know? I mean, it is Eevee. I do like a good Eevee. Like, the Meowth line's good. I like both of these. The birds, I feel like I'm gonna count for flying more than normal. Absolutely not. Get that pervert out of here. And yeah, I feel like this is the powerhouse corner. Here's all the guys I'd be super into if I cared more about competitive Pokemon, because they're kind of monsters there. But yeah, I think I just like an Eevee. Think I just like a good Eevee. Well, look at him. It's a solid little critter right there. Okay, fire we already know. We've got these Pokemon to choose from. And even though I do like Vulpix, it's Growlithe. It's gonna be Growlithe. Of course it's Growlithe. Why wouldn't it be Growlithe? You should have seen this coming. Alright, water, we've got a bunch of things to choose from. Alright, I don't want to double up on Squirtle, because you've already won Best Starter. So I'm gonna choose a different one. And is it gonna be Seal? Huh. It might be Seal, actually. Because, yeah, I'm looking over the list, and I mean, they're all pretty solid for the most part. I'm kind of so-so on Goldeen. But, honestly, I kind of just love this little guy. I mean, look at him. He's doing a blep. He's adorable. And so, like, yeah, you know, again, if I were more competitive-minded, maybe I'd go for Lapras. Lapras, rather. Also, AI viewers. How can I double ban you? One ban isn't enough. I should be allowed to kill you. Go back to hell, bot. I don't like the normal stream viewers. Get out of here with AI viewers. I will kill you in a duel on a rainy night when I find you. Anyway, though, yeah, Lapras, Lapras is pretty good. Lapras is one I like the design of. And I mean, I guess in fairness, Shelder is also doing a blep. But, I mean, look at him. Look at Seal. I know a lot of people point to Seal as like, oh, that one's so lazy. Because it's just a Seal. But they spelled it with two E's instead of an EA. But he's doing a... Look at this guy. Look at this little guy. And tell me he's not adorable. You can't do that. It's impossible. Alright. I like the smug look on this egg over here. I don't know, the Execute line's okay. Kinda want to use them, because Grass Psychic's neat, but... Grass Psychic is neat. I think I said that completely wrong. I also like this face right here, that's very good. Honestly, there are a lot of good faces, like, look at Weepin' Bell. Also a good face, but... You know... I feel like... I do like Bulbasaur. Even though I've never actually chosen Bulbasaur, I think I've only ever gone with Squirtle. Grass Dragon, Jesus. Alright, so yeah, we're going Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is pretty good. Absolutely not this guy. A lot of people like Electabuzz and Magmar. I've never been fans of those guys. I don't know, they just look like guys who put on fursuits, except for Pokemon. Pikachu's always a solid choice, but I think I might go Jolteon. Jolteon's pretty good, and that's a second Eevee on this list, which feels like cheating, but, you know, maybe the Eevees are just good. Have you ever considered that? You should. Ice. Oof. So, right. if Seal were water ice, I probably would put Seal on the ice list instead. And then choose a new water. But no, it's only Dugong, and Dugong's okay, but in terms of design, I think I like water more. And I think overall I'm mostly choosing based on designs. There's definitely a bit of have I used this Pokemon and do I like them for use in there, but you know, sometimes you just look at the Pokemon and go, yeah, this is a cool little guy. Which is why I'm going with Articuno here. I really like Articuno. Amongst all the legendary birds in this game, I think Articuno is just really pretty, so good bird, good bird. Look at that smug man. His smug aura infuriates me. Never quite remember that line correctly. I think if it's fighting type, it's gotta be either Mankey or Primeape. Maybe I'll actually put an evolved form on here. Because they are very similar in design, but... I don't know, Primeape is just what if Mankey, but bulkier. And very distinct arms, but... there is something to be said about the simplicity of a regular Mankey. Just this furious little fuzzball. Poison. Ooh, there are actually a lot of poison types. Or at least partial poisons. Alright, Bulbasaur is already on the list. You know, despite how many are on here, I think I've got to go for Nidoqueen. Much respect to Gato from the Fire Red run. She was pretty good. Alright, ground type. Well, It is kind of a weird anti-pollution thing to be like, anyway though, you can play as the pollution Pokemon though. They also have, you know, emotions and can fight for you. You can play as this pile of sludge. Alright, so let's see. Out of all of these, I've only ever really used Geodude. I think at one point I have used Diglett, but not for much. Actually, what's my choice for rock types? Because I might say Geodude line for this one. Because, yeah, I've never really used the Rhyhorn line either, and they look okay, but... I think here I'm gonna say... Golem, Graveler, Geodude. Which of these do I like? I feel like I actually kind of like Graveler the most out of all of these. Golem looks very different. Geodude's also a classic, though. You know what, I'm actually gonna go with Geodude. I don't necessarily always want to go with the first in the line, which, you know, should be obvious there, but... You know, I don't know, I do like base Geodude. Which then means I can actually go with Sandslash for ground. I've never really had the opportunity to use Sandslash properly, but it is a very cool design, and I do like Sandslash, but... yeah, I'll put it here, even though I haven't really used him yet. Let's see, so flying... what do we have for bug? Because I definitely think Scyther should be in one of these positions. Well, I mean, it's flying, so I probably should put Fearow in there. Because where else is Fearow gonna go? Yeah, Fearow there, Scyther here. Psychic. I mean, Mewtwo's pretty good. I've never had the chance to really use Mewtwo because Mewtwo's always the last Pokemon I catch and then I stop playing and I don't do any competitive with it. I'm not really using Mewtwo in other games either. Oh wow, yeah. That's actually very good to do that much earlier in the game. Alright, you know, actually, I'm gonna say Slowbro gets the, or Slowpoke rather. Yeah, psychic types were disgusting. Special was one stat, and also, they just had a really good type and withstood most things. But yeah, I think Slowpoke, I just like the design of. And I mean, look at him. He's doing his best. Oh, gee, I wonder. Let's see, ghost type. I mean, it's Gengar. In fairness, the entire line does look good. I'm half tempted to actually go to Haunter, but no, Gengar. Kind of iconic, really. Definitely one of the more cool, prominent Pokemon from the first generation. Although, many people have pointed out, it's a little bit of a shame that Gengar kind of has to have a body now, because in earlier sprites of it, Gengar kind of just looked like a weird, mysterious, shadowy figure, which made him more eerie. And now Gengar's kind of just like a purple guy. Alright, let's see. Oof. You know, Dragonite is kind of the guy. But look at Dragonair. Dragonair is just very cute. I think Dragonair's a good noodle. A lot of people complain about the line going into Dragonite. I've never had a problem with that, but I don't know. I do think it is a very pretty looking Pokemon. Alright, so yeah, we're skipping Darksteel and Fairy. Gimmick form, yeah, none of these were in the actual Gen 1, and Mother of God, what is that? Mega Starmie. Now I should probably be more terrified of Gengar over here. But no, I hate looking at Starmie on legs. I'm making my way downtown. Alright, Legend, though. Okay, so Articuno's already on the list for Ice, so I am gonna say Mewtwo. Mewtwo's neat. Okay, I've got to choose a favorite out of all of these, though. Oh wait, no, that's an easy one. Growlithe. And if it weren't Growlithe, it'd be Eevee. Alright, so I think now I'm actually going to go into Gen 9. Because again, I don't know these Pokemon super well, so I don't want to save them for the end. Because I think that'd be a little underwhelming. Oh, really? You know, that's gotta be fun, just... Alright, I'm Ultraman, also I'm this Pokemon. I say Starmie. That's my thing. Alright, so, we've got Lechonk. What are you called? Oinkologne. And then... Oh, okay, so it's just a male and female Pokemon. Oh, that's not appearing on stream, but if you mouse over the Pokemon, it does actually give you their names. Alright, Smoliv is very good. Oh god, what do they do? Dunsparce, what do they do to you? Also, shouldn't that be called Dunsparce? Alright. Terrapagos, what are you? Terrapagos Terrestrial. Terrapagos Stellar. Alright. Hi, Giraffe Rig. Or sorry, Farigiraffe. I didn't just say a slur, did I? I hope I didn't just say a slur, but I don't like how that sounded in my mouth. Anyway, I don't know what is going on there. But yeah, I definitely have to go with Tendamouse or Mousehold, which is such a good name. Also, yeah, they already announced Gen 10. Weird spinoff of Ben 10. But yeah, that honestly, Gen 9 coming out when it um, did kill my enthusiasm for both it and Arceus at the same time. Because I also need to play Z to A. Gotta play Z to Alpha at some point. Because I do need to see the lesbians in a situationship, if nothing else. Alright, so let's see. Fire types. Okay. I've kind of wrapped around on Pokemon that look like this. Cerule Edge. It's kind of the Pokemon that just, like, looks very cool in a very teen edgy way, but they were successful in making it look cool, though, you know? It does actually look kind of rad. But I'm gonna have to go with Fuecoco. Because, I mean, look at this little guy. Also, yeah, he turns into this. He's a big gator. Skeledrich. So what's second form called again? Crocolore. Also, what do they do to Tauros? Okay, that's just Paldean Tauros Firebreed. Oh god, what is this? Entei. Gouging fire. Okay, what? I'm not gonna think about that one. I'm just going to ignore the weird fancy forms because I forget what their deal is and I don't care as much. It's a Mega Delphox, but yeah. Fuecoco looks great. Yeah, honestly, this definitely looks very good in 3D as well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this is... Okay, this is Finizen. This is Palafin. I guess it has a heart on it. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw Mega Feraligatr before, but didn't really pay attention to it, but... God, what is going on here? Alright, honestly, I'm kind of so-so on the water types. Oh god, Hero Palafin? What? What is going on with you? Alright, yeah, I'm not really feeling the water types a lot. I almost like this dolphin, but apparently it turns into this at some point, and I don't like that. Get that Digimon out of here. And also, I feel like this dolphin is just gonna stare at me for 10 minutes and then call me a bitch and vanish into the night. Also, why is there a robot... Okay, why is there a robot Delibird? What? Why? Alright, I'm just gonna go with a dance bird and move on. I'm pretty sure Sprogatito is gonna win this one, because, I mean, look at him. But Smoliv is very good. I do like the pun, and it's adorable, but... look at him. He's Sprogatito. He's very cute. Also, wow, that's probably the only time that's gonna happen, but that's just 3 starters in a row. Actually, wait, hold on a sec. I just remembered. I don't have to do that necessarily. This is starter. Yeah, favorite starter right there. Adorable kitty. And therefore, Smoliv gets to go right here, because that is my favorite of these, right? Oh god, a candy apple. Diplin. Hydrapple. Okay, but yeah, Smoliv, therefore, is my favorite. Okay, it's no longer 3 starters in a row. Cool. Alright, this is electric. Right. Oh, there's so many robots. Why? I don't remember the robots at all. I kind of like this little guy. He's cute. Ice. Oh man, they didn't add much of anything. I do kind of like Frostlass, but I don't know if I'm going to be adding that many megas outside of the gimmick form category. Who are you again? Frigibax. Arctibax. He's so mad. Baxcalibur or Mega. Okay, you're a Mega form. Also, yeah, Baxcalibur, and he's got a little handle in his back. And you just have an even bigger sword in there. There's something about this guy's expression that's very funny to me. He's so intense. Alright, what is this? Fighting. Oh, you're electric fighting, huh? That's cool. Alright, Annihilate. I forget, is that the Mankey that gets so angry that it dies and you're part ghost form? Hold on a sec, where's Ghost? Okay, yeah, you are part ghost form. You absolutely get so mad you die mad. It's funny and depressing all at once. Flamigo. I believe this is the one people complain about, because it's a flamingo named Flamigo. I gotta say, though, I like that it's fighting type. Is it also flying type, or is it flightless? No, it can fly. It's flying fighting, or vice versa, I don't remember. Okay, look. I did choose Seal, so I'm not against going for the simple, more or less the animal Pokemon. I do find it very funny that a flamingo is going to throw hands, because that does seem very realistic. Okay, let's see what's under poison. Kinda on all of you. So, is that supposed to... Okie dokie, oh my god. Okay, that's pretty good. Are you also ground type? I'm pretty sure you are, right? Ground poison. Okay, so yeah, if I'm ignoring the mega forms mostly... Toad Scroll. I do really like... Are you called anything different? Okay, no, you're just Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper is very good. I'm really digging Clodsire. Look at that guy. I think I'm gonna go with a monkey, right? That is... Grafii? Varoom. Revavroom. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with you. You look pretty cool. Flying... Oh. Oh, for a second I was like, wait, No, I thought there were more guys in there. Squawkabilly. Squawkabilly is a very good pun. Watrel. Kilowattrel. Bombardier? Oh my god. Also, it's historic, right? So it's got the little thing that it's kind of supposed to be cloth-like, but I guess that's also just a part of it. Okay, that's actually kind of gross. It's creative, so I'm gonna go with it, but also ew. Let's see, Psychic. Okay, so you're part Psychic type. I forget what else you were. Oh right, you're Fire type. It's just out of curiosity, are they legendaries? They are not legendaries. Okay, so we'll get to them later. So, yeah, those are otherwise normal Pokemon. They're just the cool looking ones of the game. And you know, I complained earlier about Magmar and what's his face? Electabuzz, that's it. Yeah, Electabuzz, like, I complain about them just being guys, but in fairness, there are Pokemon that are just guys that I do like, but I don't know. There's just something about those two that I've never clicked with. Okay, so we're choosing a Psychic type. Rabasca. Flittle. Veluza. Screamtail? Oh, those are just the, those are Paradox Pokemon, right? Probably won't include too many of them either. I feel like I kind of want to see what this Pokemon looks like in 3D because I don't remember it super well, but kind of digging it. Espartha. Alright. Let's see the bugs. Spidops. Relor. That's Tarantula. Nimble. I guess I'll go with Nimble. I kind of dig that guy's whole thing. Alright, Rock, I guess I'll just go for the Mario Mushroom. This one is... Knackley. Is that supposed to be Nastly? It's probably Knackley. Okay, so Ghost. Also, yeah, Fire Ghost is pretty good as far as starters go. Oh, I have actually seen, Greavard in action. That's a pretty solid looking Pokemon. Bramblin. Yeah, here's the ghost, tumbleweeds. They're ghosts because they're filled with horrible malice for being tumbleweeds. Alright, this is just the edgy one, and that is literally called Cerule Edge. I'm gonna go with it. But I will say, Skeledirge, very cool. Houndstone is also very good. Bunch of good ghost types in this one. Also, wait, what are you? Poltchaigeist. Oh, so you're a variation on Poltegeist. I do like Poltegeist, but... yeah, I'm gonna go with the edgy one. Alright, so this is Dragon. Oh god, what are you? Raging Bull. Ugh. Why do you look like that? Alright, so, Oh, what are you? Mega-Tatsugiri. If I could say that correctly, that'd be great. Thank you, mouth. Low power Miraidon. Admittedly, I'm not really too keen on the box art legendaries, for this game. Not completely against the idea of the motorcycle Pokemon, but kinda so-so on them. Alright, I already chose you earlier. You were Ice, right? Alright, well, in that case, this guy gets to go in. What are you called? Setotal. Yeah, that's a happy little guy. I can get behind that choice. Oh no! Mischief. Mabostiff. Oh no! They're so sad! Lokix looks like it's getting into trouble, though. Also, apparently that's also... huh, a flying ghost type. That's interesting. Oh wait, that's flying dark, rather. I've already done ghost. Oh, those are the saddest dogs. Why are they so sad? Alright. Yeah, I've chosen your earlier form, so... unless there's anything I'd prefer... you know what? I'll go for him. Screw it. You know, the pun squawkabilly works well enough that I'll go for it. Alright, we've got Steel and Fairy here, which means Tinkaton is going to win either one of these categories. Because it's Tinkaton. I don't know if there's what the most popular Pokemon from Gen 9 is, but like, Tinkaton rules. Oh, okay, so obviously I've got to go with Fido. Yeah, Fido's Fairy type, and then Tinkaton for Steel type. That shakes out pretty well. Yeah, Fido rules, so definitely going with that one. Gimmick form. Oh god, there's so many. Okay. I mean, Big Steppy Starmie is still there, haunting me. In my dreams, probably. That's apparently Mega Lucario Z. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking Mega Frostlass. Because I do like Frostlass, and it would be, it's cool that there's an excuse to use Frostlass. Hmm. Yeah, that's Poltergeist, so... Admittedly, I'm not the biggest matcha fan, so I might actually pass on that one. Which means I'm thinking, Oh, those are some very mean-looking Raichus, jeez. Yeah, I might actually go with Mega Frostlass. I feel like that's a good... distinct one without being a little too over-designed, because a lot of these I'm kind of on. I think in general a lot of the Mega Forms are a little too much. I get that's kind of the point, but doesn't mean I have to like it either. Okay, so next is Legend. Okay, I don't actually know the motorcycles well enough to choose between them. Hold on a sec, let me just, I'm gonna open up a different window real quick. Let's see, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Okay, I think I'd want to go with Violet, right? So that'd mean the purple one. Is it Violet? Do I have differences on the Wikipedia, or am I gonna have to look up Bulbapedia? I'm just trying to figure out, if I were to get one right now, which version would it be? Let's see, can I find version differences? Not version exclusive Pokemon, because with Wonder Trade that doesn't really matter too much. Let's see, Miraidon, yep. Professor... Oh wait, no, I'd be doing Scarlet, because Professor Sada's in that one. Okay, so... that settles that one. Going with you. You're the box art legendary I'd wind up with. Just had to figure out where the cave woman was. Okay, pretty solid list. I think I'm leaning towards Tinkaton. Cause for one, Steel Fairy is very powerful. And even if they do really like bullying the Corviknights, it is overall a pretty solid one. You really just can't go wrong with a little gremlin with a gigantic hammer. But also, in fairness, Mousehold is very good. I do like Mousehold. But I think it's probably Tinkaton. Fido's also very good. But I think Tinkaton takes this one. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's move on back to Gen 2. Gotta get Whiplash going from that game to the normal types of this one. Which, in fairness, actually, I was gonna say it's a very easy choice, and in fairness, I am probably still gonna go with Furret. But honestly, this is a pretty solid lineup of Pokemon. I mean, Dunsparce is here. doesn't love a good Dunsparce? If you say you don't, I will judge you harshly. You know, Dunsparce is highly unpopular, but you know what? Sometimes society is the one that's wrong. Oh god. Magby. Magmar, but tiny and with weird hair. Alright, Houndour's pretty good. Slugma? I have at one point attempted to use Slugma, and I wasn't fond of Slugma. I couldn't really do much with it. Let's see, I've never been the biggest Ho-Oh fan. Entei is okay, but also I just keep calling Entei Dan Green on account of him being voiced by Dan Green in that one movie. I always go back and forth on the Cyndaquil line. I think Cyndaquil's kind of cute, but I don't know if I'd ever say it's my favorite, and I'd kind of just go back and forth on it. Sometimes I dig it, sometimes I don't. I don't know. Either way, ain't nothing about a Houndour. Alright, I mean, Totodile, very solid starter. I do like Totodile. But to be fair, it is Wooper and Quagsire. They are very good. Actually, what's ground types in this one? That's actually a pretty solid lineup, too. I like Swinub's design, and also Larvitar's a moody little guy. I might go for Quagsire here. Because Quagsire is another one where I like the design, although I think I like Wooper a little more. But man, Water Ground is disgusting. Water Ground is a powerhouse. Unless somebody's got grass, they got nothing on ya. Okay, and then... probably you? Yeah, I'll go with you. Grass. Okay, so... I have always really liked Chikorita's design. And this is an okay lineup of Pokemon. I do like Blossom, but I think I prefer Chikorita. Yeah, Marilla's okay. Good old Peekaboo's alright, but I think I'm gonna stay on Totodile. Alright, oh god, Illabuzz. I don't like, or Illakid, rather. Yeah, I don't really like that one either. But in fairness, I think more people look down on the baby forms of those Pokemon, so I'm not alone there, at least. Pichu's not exactly got fans either. Right, Mareep, of course, is my favorite of these three designs. Never been the biggest Ampharos fan, but, you know, in battle, they perform well, so... yeah, Mareep. Just a sheep, but blue and electric. But adorable. Alright, oh yeah, you're also Ice-type, duh. And, well, I think Sneasel's okay. I don't know. I just like Swinub. Look at him. Alright, ooh, there are not a lot of choices here. Let's see, Tyrogue, Hitmontop, Heracross. Any bugs I would choose over Heracross? Actually, you know what? Shuckle purely for design. I know Shuckle's not great, but I mean, look at Shuckle. Look at him. I've always appreciated Shuckle from a design standpoint. So yeah, Heracross goes there then. I've never really used Heracross, and I've never particularly considered using Heracross, but Heracross is pretty solid from what I understand, and not a bad design. I dig it. Alright, Crobat's not terrible. Spinarak's okay, cute-wise, but I think, if anything, I'm gonna go for Quillfish. Water Poison isn't exactly unique or anything, but yes, it's a good one. Flying, ooh, I'm probably gonna go Togekiss. Right. Natu and Xatu are also pretty good. Oh yeah, availability. If I remember, Heracross is available in the park? In some capacity. I think. At the very least for, pretty sure it's in competitions at least. Also, yeah, availability is the biggest killer. Boy, I would like to use Misdreavus one day, and Pokemon Company just does not want me to. Game Freak says, no, you will not use Misdreavus. Get out of here. Alright, we're looking at flying. Actually, what are the steel options for this one? Oh, okay, so that's pretty easily Skarmory then. Skarmory takes that one. Yeah, pretty much. That's one of the few ones vanilla where you'll find a Misdreavus. There are definitely hacks that, fix availability a little bit. Like, there's actually a, sort of backport of Heart Gold Soul Silver. Somebody did a, Gen 3 hack that is, Pokemon Heart and Soul, so kind of Gen 2 and Gen 3, but some, aspects of the DS ones. But yeah, having read through that list, they do give you Misdreavus and I think Burned Tower, so that's actually pretty good. Alright, so yeah, back to flying, which means that I think, yeah, I'm gonna go Togetic. Again, this is one with pretty good options. Natu, Xatu are pretty good, Murkrow's pretty good. I've always been kind of so-so on Gligar, but it's probably fine, just one of those. Not the biggest fan of it aesthetically situations. Oh wow, hey, look at that. Okay, do I want the alphabet, or, I think I'm probably just gonna say Espeon, because I do love my EVs. Gonna say for this one, Larvitar. Larvitar? Yeah, Larvitar. That's the correct one. It's a good thing I like Misdreavus, because my only choice is Misdreavus. Again, Misdreavus is one I really want to use, because the opportunity is so very rare. But they just never make them available. Hey, do you want a ghost type? Do you want this cool-looking ghost? This very pretty ghost? Well, guess what? Not till the post-game. You're not getting Misdreavus until you're climbing Mount Silver, you fool. You utter imbecile. And, oh, I guess my only option here is Kingdra, which, that's fine. Kingdra's okay. I'm so-so on that line of Pokemon. Shoot. I don't want to do well, actually, what am I saying? I've already done multiple EVs. We've already had Eevee and Jolteon. And to be fair, if not for the fact that, actually no, Vulpix would be my second choice. Design-wise, I do like Flareon, so that's actually a contender there. So yeah, you know what, screw it. Umbreon. Sorry, Murkrow. But, yeah. I just like Umbreon more. Fairies still didn't exist, so I'm not choosing one there. Even though the Togepi line would fit. Alright, favorite starter. Oh, wait a minute. That actually clears stuff up, right? Because, yeah, out of all of them, I'd say Totodile's my favorite, which means I can choose a different water. Which means... Actually, you know what? Mantine is actually pretty cute. I like their design. It's a good one. This one, I never remember Remoraid and Octillery. They're the weird ones, because they made decisions after one was designed. But also, I do kind of like this sprite of Octillery going, come on, put up your dukes. Yeah, they're an interesting one, but because they did change, I never remember Remoraid leads into Octillery. Just from a design standpoint. Remoraid's no longer a gun. Alright, you know what? I also think Fanpee's cute, so I'm gonna switch you, and switch in Wooper. Again, Quagsire, forced to be reckoned with, but I think we're going to change our reps around a little bit so that Wooper's water, ground gets Fanpea. This game did also have some pretty solid ground types as well. Also, yeah, Gligar being ground type is wild. Because you were also... where's... wait, no, poison, right? There we go. Yeah, it is flying. Yeah, flying ground is despicable. So yeah, again, Gligar's not my favorite, but kind of a force to be reckoned with, I think. And yeah, none of you are actually in the original Gen 2, so... I do look like that MegaManium's just very snug. Alright, so we're gonna go to Legend. Yeah, I'm kind of so-so on most of these. I think Suicune is probably my favorite of the beasts. I'm always back and forth on Lugia's design. You know what? I kind of like Celebi. Celebi's design's okay. Okay, is this one gonna be difficult? It is actually gonna be really difficult. Oof. Well, if I'm gonna be meta on this one, there probably will be a sheep in a later favorites. So maybe I don't have to feel like Maripa's is necessary. And I do like both of the Eevees that got introduced in this game. Totodile's good. From a design standpoint, I might go for it, but in terms of Pokemon I've used, Togetic I do like. Quagsire's amazing. Maybe it is Wooper. I feel like if I had had the opportunity to use a Misdreavus, I think the only time I've really had the opportunity would be like... Was it Sun Moon Misdreavus was actually available early on? But I didn't use her because I wanted to use the Sandcastle. That might have been it. One of the few times they actually said, okay, you can have a Misdreavus. There's like 1,000 good ghost types. I think I'm gonna say Wooper for this one. I think I'm gonna go Wooper. Wooper is both a really good little guy. Just look at him. Just look at him. That's a solid guy right there. And again, in terms of use in battle, amazing. Quagsire is excellent. It's a very, very good tanky Pokemon. It's not gonna take much from anybody unless they're grass. And if they are grass, Quagsire will die immediately, admittedly. But unless that happens, oh buddy, you are not putting a dent in Quagsire. Alright, so yeah, it's just about 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna say we leave that there for now. So yeah, I'm gonna export the choices after this. And then we'll import this Saturday and continue on with this. And if for some reason that doesn't work, I mean, I can just look at the video and say, alright, what were my choices? When I'm not actively deciding, it goes a lot quicker. So yeah, I think I'm still gonna wait on some of these. I don't know, I feel like I could do some of them really easily. Like, you know what? Screw it. Fairy type. It's fairy type. I like fairy type. They're just real solid. I'll probably talk about them more later when we actually get to the games with fairy type, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna be a stereotype there. But yeah, we'll leave that there for now then. We'll be back Saturday with that. I'll do the plug for that in a minute then. Anyway, right, so it is the end of stream. So, end of stream plug stuff. Let's see. Next Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, will actually be Xenoblade Chronicles X again. Took a break because I wanted to just not have to quit Mario Wonder. It's nice that consoles just let you turn them off, and then when you turn them back on, you're just where you were before, so I could keep that progress. So, yeah, I just wanted to not lose that progress, and I didn't, and I beat the game, except for the last little bit, because I did get the flag, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine, I'm not mad about it whatsoever. Even if the devs are laughing at me as we speak, and I know they are. I know they are. Anyway, though, yeah, yeah, back to Xenoblade. We'll get further along with the side quests, and maybe even get up to the point where we'll be able to start Chapter 13 the week after. I don't know just yet, we'll have to see. Thursday, also 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is Mega Man Star Force 2. That one's unchanged. Even if I hadn't finished Mario Wonder tonight, I'd still be playing Star Force that day. Because I'm not quitting that one. I want to keep going with it. So yeah, that one's 7 to 9. And then you can join me Saturday, 8:30, for more choosing Pokemon. I do kind of like these low-key ranking streams. I just wish I could have exported my Fire Emblem picks as well. I really wish that had a save function other than just hopefully your browser doesn't murder this, because that was a little disheartening, but I don't know, maybe we'll go game by game at some point, whatever. Either way, though, yeah, we'll start 8:30 so we can do more Pokemon picking. That'll probably go for a few weeks. Yeah, it'll just be a nice way to start streams. And then the actual stream starting Saturday, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock Eastern Time, is gonna be Dungeon Gals. It's not quite Pride Month just yet, but, you know, we can start before it, and then we'll roll into June playing Dungeon Gals. So, yeah, looking forward to that. I did enjoy my time with the demo, so guess we'll be playing that again. You can continue from where you left off in the demo. I'm not going to, just so I have, you know, the whole game and the actual stream playthrough and not keep the demo separate. I don't know, I kind of like it having its own thing, you know? But yeah, that'll be Saturday, and that's it for stream stuff, but you can catch the VODs on YouTube. I'm Fefner Masamune on there, and hey, guess what? There are LPs there as well. Mega Man 03 is Monday. Saints Row Gat Out of Hell is Wednesday, which I don't think tomorrow is the final episode, but I think it's the second to last one, right? Yep, part 5. So, second to last Gat Out of Hell is tomorrow. And then Friday is Mega Man Battle Network 2. And if you would like to support me, you can do so through Patreon or Ko-fi. I'm Fefner on both those sites, and you can find the links easily enough in the Twitch bio or underneath the YouTube videos. Alright, well, that'll do it. Yeah, this is a list of Pokemon. Wouldn't it figure that I'm in a Pokemon mood when there's no game coming out soon? I guess I could always get Z to A. I guess if I want to scratch that itch, I can do that. I did have a thing I wanted to follow up Xenoblade-X with, but I guess I could always do that. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, that'll do it. Have a good night, y'all, and I'll see you next time. It's gonna be weird because there's gonna be an end of stream screen here, but the later VODs aren't gonna have that, so sorry for the inconsistency, VOD watchers. Could not think of the word watchers for a moment.